This is a second start of Epic Sport this morning. We come to you right on Epic Radio 99.3 FM this morning. Me will bring the program to you this morning. My name now Mohammed Subikagbo. Just want to give you the opportunity for welcome you to a second edition of the program, and there is a lot more we get in store for you. But there is a very big concern where we want to pay keen attention to. Don't be around the increase or the rapid increase of drug abuse among sports enthusiasts, among sports athletes, footballers, cricketers, basketball players, you name the sporting association, where a lot of the athletes, majority of them, don't rapidly involve in drug taking. So they asked the question this morning: how we will for use sport for eradicate drug abuse in the country, particularly in sports, if we able to use sports for eradicate drug abuse in we country. It's good to recall a lot of examples for cite out, but for security reasons we might not point out single names in the program this morning. But first, we also get to take this into consideration. It's either we get them right or we not get them right. So the question here is this morning: if we will use sport for eradicate drug. And for far too long now, we're on a battle with this fight for eradicate drug. But arguably, most people don't say this as they know they allege that, particularly to football players, then they into drug taking, and this the hinder them progress or which would expect in terms of then deliverable in the game where they love so much. So these are all things we take into consideration, and of course we are leaving no stone unturned, but we definitely will pay a lot of attention to this. The drug abuse don't rapidly increase in sport. How can we use sport for eradicate drug? We'll go for a quick commercial break. Upon when we return back, we will get Spali Cisse in the program, and the Maccabi Football Foundation as well. Then league the comments. This coming Saturday, we get a representative who can give some insightful around that as well in the program this morning. But first, we'll go for a quick break for more partners and sponsors when I want expert.
You then look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new loans. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for give strength to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember, say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
1xBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the 1x games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel, and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
You then look for the best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new loans. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All them 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get strength to the game. Easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard or Visa Card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember say you need for bet responsibly. 1xBet, your world of betting.
1xBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the 1x games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
1xBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the 1x games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
1xBet presents an exciting world of entertainment. In the 1x games, you will find Crash, Dice, Apple of Fortune, Money Wheel and other exciting games with many chances to win big wins. Go to the website 1xbet.sl or app, enter promo code GAMESL and receive welcome bonus up to 36,800 leons plus 150 free spins. Fun to play, fast to win. It's your best chance to grab your luck with 1xBet.
1xBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy 1x free bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at 1xbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with 1x free bets.
From that, we definitely come into business proper, but we will definitely start off with then we'll confirm the name to it shortly in the program. But of course, we deal with a representative from the Maccabi Football Foundation or Maccabi Foundation, where then serve the start of the first edition of the league. We will start according to what we know this coming Saturday, and we'll get a representative in the studios as well. And in the program, as we'll get to talk to Ivorian Silas from the United Kingdom in respect of the rapid increase of drug abuse in the country from sports athletes. And as well, we'll talk to Benjamin Cisse as well from Belgium. We also a whistleblower in respect of tackling or try for eradicate drug. But I will go over Studio 2 and welcome English in the program. As we don't forget Pali Cisse as well. We will join me in the program shortly. Bridget, a pleasure. Forget you on Epic Sports. Good morning.
All right. Thank you very much, Kubi, and Good morning to all listeners. The currently listening to the Epic on this morning show. Thank you very much.
All right, so let me start off with many people that listen to you right now go see this maybe as a surprise. Some man go see this. Okay, it's born for happen. There are times these are things where born for happen. You for stand alone and see what you capable for do better alone with yourself. This is not the first edition for the. What's not the name of the organization for? It is Makati or Maccabi Football Foundation.
Well, definitely the name implies Maccabi Football Organization Foundation. It's the Maccabi Football Foundation. That is the brand new of the first edition, and a name we get for continue when at the Maccabi Foundation.
All right, so just take me through about this activity where they come up on our inter-community league. Let me just get some rundown about that.
All right, definitely I think so. When we bring this idea from the CEO himself, when Mr. McCarthy, we definitely come up with the Maccabi Foundation Football. It's like it's very important to be independent, and Maccabi, like household name is a football. So it's like, let me just give you a review from the past. We are two brothers being together for a very long years. The Miller Mark, so he decided to be an independent body. So he formed the Football Foundation for a grassroots communities where players, stakeholders in football go showcase their talents. So he decided to form this body when he gets a people that we don't put hands together for see the outline and duties of this particular foundation. Thinking about the Maccabi Foundation, this is not the first edition, and the responsibilities are for bring community stakeholders for we preach peace in football. So Maccabi a very household name inside football. A man we been on scan for years. So it's like he get the initiative, he get the ideas, he well recognized into football, and he strongly come up with this foundation, and communities they embrace them, because we the Maccabi Foundation, this is the first edition. We strongly they look up for 20 communities, and already don't get into the preparation. We don't get the 20 teams. We get for partake for this Maccabi Foundation sponsored by OneXBet Football Comlin, and the communities and we involve, they really shows their love to Maccabi, because the name, a big name is a football. And if you can for take a look from the Saturday coming, we are Giants of Godrich, we play against the Aberdeen community. I think those are big communities, and they strongly embrace the foundation, because if you get for look say something get for become unique, and it's starting that you can't build house without foundation. When Maccabi call on upon a meeting, in the first meeting we get about 30 team we present by the first meeting. That tells us there is a good for this first edition, because you know go start a journey without beginning. This is not the first edition, but it's gonna be magnificent, because many hands make light work, and we get the bodies the way they move, where they do different activities. We get people where they come up for sponsoring. So it's like it's a very good brand, Maccabi Foundation. That's the CEO McCarthy, and it's a big name inside Segadoon football, to be precise.
In respect of McCarthy or other community, I look at the conflicts of interest we get for happen. There is a league where they play na Carlton, and there is also a league where they can play na Casablanca. And when I get communities there now, we already don't start for play. We register out with Miller Football Foundation, and the same. How una feel say these communities go get the trust in this organization, knowing fully well say if we reach to a knockout, then this one community they play, that in two places then they. How will that solve?
Well, of course, I think this is a very significant question, but to me understanding, I just like a few teams they play in the Miller Foundation, where they partake back to the Maccabi Foundation. The Miller will start on the 5, but you know sometimes we get for do our lesson. We make sure say we take majority teams them we belong to, we independently, we know they partake to the Miller Foundation. It's like, we create a room for understanding. We are there to give them the caution, and we give them the principles, we give them the rules and regulation. Just like you say, sometimes you can look the interest of teams and communities, because the date of playing is very near, on the 5, on the 6. But sometimes, maturity shows the difference. And looking about the name implies Maccabi, communities they know embrace them strongly, because the first meeting, second meeting, and the final meeting, we see the turn up, and we get from the stakeholders, the head coach, and some of the representatives, the promise they make. Sometimes you just get to keep on to that promise, even though we are all human beings. But when you look into the Carlton community, it's a well-recognized field. But Casablanca depend on this sports where they can make league with Maccabi. Some people they go the perspective say a community field we can embrace with fans or spectators, but they make it very much clearly. Maccabi Foundation, when at the first edition, we get for make Casablanca become a very widely field where players or spectators go likely for be interested on, because the competition get something of interest we football fans go like to see. Let me just give you just a rundown. We get a 1xBet sponsor. We get One Culture from Australia. We get Tim Roy. We don't make the competition unbeautify. Just imagine, this is not the first in history we grassroots football they play. We somebody don't donate 6 plasma for a best player, best defender, best commentator, high school squad. This show the interest and will show the responsibility to communities and will partake. So they will let more concentrate on this Casablanca than the Carlton community, because if you look about the magnificent, the beauty of the football, and Maccabi football, it will be one of the best. Trust me, because things they don't put in place and sponsors that still come inside.
We will come to that and look at the implications, because it's something that will not be a good fruit as we pray along. We pray that these two great men will make immense contribution in terms of bringing community football to life, particularly at the dead west parts of the country. But I just welcome my senior colleague Pali Cisse. Pali, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, Toby. Good morning to listeners and viewers of the program.
Pali, it will sound surprising, but again, this is something where many people don't pay keen attention to. And we also get Ivory and Silas and Don them when they listen to the program. We might get on part of the story as we go ahead with the program. But it don't become rapidly increased now as the public self. This don't come to the public domain, that a lot of we athletes, them, not just footballers, but other sporting discipline, like we athletes them where they run sports, for let people understand, footballers, cricketers, basketball players, allegedly say then they into drug and rapidly it don't they increase. What role do you think sports can play? Because the anti-doping system is not as strong for bring players to book we might found wanting of using illegal drug we for use in sport. But because of this thing on the increase and concern on the race from the public, do you think this don't be a major concern, or this can be a factor that is responsible in killing dream of some players which we know might have been the next Mohamed Kallon, or might have been even more better than Mohamed Kallon?
Thank you so much, Toby. I think it's a very interesting topic, talking about drugs, where we athletes in the use, so how we use sports
for eradicate
this disease when a substance. This we can describe as an enhancing substance where they use for let you more power, more zeal, make it energetic you where they play football. This is nothing where the World Anti-Doping, what they call WADA, they frown at. For like a sportsman or an athlete, they take drugs, whatever kind of drugs will enhance you. So we like get power, like saying at the field, they not feel where the person they kick me. They go see them drugs, they them today, the tramadol, player they take them for feed themselves, other name the drugs they will go no go name all now. But this nothing way no good at all. Sports, no they allow you for like take drugs. First of all, it also to call unfair play. because we want to preach about fair play. If you make sure say you use your energy what you get in you for let you able use them for play the game, whatever type of sport. So using sports for eradicate these drugs, it happen all over the world. We can use what we call wiki sensitization program. We can even make them player, make them know say they are role model, make them come na radio, make them can know say this player where they play now so and so. Picking how they watch you one time like you. They be enough full now where they watch international football. They take the nicknames of the European players there, but they fail for take we own names of we players them. No need for ask oneself why. Not because they watch and they play, because they are role model. They see something very good in them. Who themselves what impact? So they impact them for me themselves be them player today. So using the sport for eradicate drugs is a very big role where the media can play, because today our players them though addicted to this drugs issue. You know, they even help them. One, they go play for certain time. You know, they last now they feel, because when you take that drugs in for certain period of time, after they left you, the your power you use now, when you natural one, you know, they will continue with them. So it's a very big role in society, because it also rampant with society today. We athletes them, we sportsmen and women them don't involve in this. So for eradicate drugs in sport, one, as I say, education and what we call awareness. We need for educator. Make them know say in terms of education awareness, we for provide the athletes with information about the risks and consequences of this drugs abuse. Also, we go to call support and resources, because we get for offer what we call access for. Let me just say we try for cancel them players there. We try for make them know say yes, this thing that they do enough fine. Put them down, talk to them, and make sure say they're for able for left arm at all. They even as I talk about the role modeling, because you as a sportsman or as an athlete, coach or whatever you serve in that positive role as a role model, you get for be very very be careful with the make sure say drugs not for be part of you, because you they promote healthy lifestyle and what we call substance free living. Because that drugs they no go help you tomorrow. At the end, it makes if you last na the field. Even for collaborate with the doping agency, as I say, the one that will control sports in this country, the National Sports Authority, the Ministry of Sport, they can play a leading role. Yeah. Because we get the National Olympic Committee now. They only the IOC, International Olympic Committee, the biggest sporting body in the world, with big passport called FIFA, they under IOC. IOC go to call the World Anti-Doping, then back they under IOC. And that anti-doping now WADA don't make sure say every country get a sub office of using the World Anti-Doping. We forget in Sierra Leone, where any discipline, let's take for example football. Why the SLFA, where they control football, when then they organize them leagues, them other competitions there, forget an office when anti-doping go to the National Olympic Committee, because there is a certified person when Dr. Patty Coker, where they certified internationally where I know of. Hagib is the got that person, but he's the most satisfied person from the World Anti-Doping body, when they make sure say now in they put in charge for look into dentia, because we collaborate with the agency, they work with organization like I say the WADA, where the World Anti-Doping Agency, for implement and enforce anti-doping policies. The anti-doping policies are under 20 they facing now where they go play this competition, where they fail for qualify for the World Cup for go play in Chile. Any game where they play, they see certain player. Toby they play, they what they run so after the halftime they go pull you come on at the team, then can go na the room inside the doping team, they then go test you if you take anything like a drugs. It is accepted internationally. So come again in with league systems and let the football association.
That is exactly what I'm for coming.
Yeah.
You did make a very good point for me. It's some parts in Africa, Pali, we see even to the local leagues, if a player make transfer, they want to add value to the player. The player they go through some medical system. Let's say even 100% proper. But in this part of the world, I've never seen a club sign a player and say, let me look at the health issue about this player. Let this player run some tests. Let me add some professionalism in with transfer. Do you also think that also able for play some significant parts in identifying players which we think don't they into drug, able for pull drug away from them for going through test before they sign for any club?
Of course, because you see that medically all things inside it. So why can't we say enough for adopt to them things? They're not only about taking player transfer. Now they can start the league season.
Yeah.
Tentatively, they don't take so for start October 25. If all goes well, they don't get a football calendar. So October 26 as a tentative date, we don't get a football calendar. Why can't we have the anti-doping go through the National Olympic Committee, help with some, then they get the facilities, they get the instrument that they use for come and test we players them. This again not the help to the national team. Somebody just say Leon Star would then play 68, 70 minutes. The best they can play 72, 75, they don't tire. Because why? The fatigue they begin tell on them. Maybe some the player don't take that drugs. They not to forever ever in the your system. You get certain team the way they work for you. Wait, if you want to let each one hours, you know they each 1 hour safe. So this is very, very bad.
And
so
for now, Pali, we can't mention name of players because we discuss for Billy Foundation, and let's see if this could be corrected. But there are examples where people might just want for sight. We get players them during the 2018-2019 league, players which we think say we don't get players in the national team. But a few years down the line, we see them into high drug addiction. Not just even to the tramadol. Allegedly, we see some players which we know say then they into kush addiction. And this is something where when Madam Aisha Yuantin become a football stall for 8 years, we get players we run out of their career. We get players we go into something where they're not even where they're not supposed for going to. And we might go into the situation in there if we're able to identify players which we think say, okay, we're able to revive the career. I might not want to say this name, but Anderson was a player which I think for Ongiwi, one of the beauty where I know Sipan Junior Tumbo because I was young, I don't watch him when he plays so much. Mohamed Kalam, I watch him fears when he play for FC Cologne and for the national team. We find out say when this boy come out to the United States and Campton, everything changed for a player like that. Let's go for resuscitating career from FC Cologne. And they go back to Abacha City. This is a typical example. We might be using Anderson as an example for say life is not lost, even as much as you don't get a lot of drug addiction. But let me talk about the clubs, Pali. Do you think we clubs they don't do enough sensitization, taking them clubs to the community and let people feel say football not just about the 90 minutes na the field, but a football club can as big during, before and after game, and even before game. You know, feel say before we league the start, those clubs need to be partners in terms of preaching against drug and violence.
yes, of course, that day in place. Our we administrators they no say,
Yeah.
not so because we are not playing professional foot league. Indeed, say no they play a professional
Professionally,
football.
yeah.
Because we have
Yeah.
who is a professional, now possibility it they earn and what they spend, it they earn more than what it they spend. Everywhere you spend that money, they they don't. It is still left with them in lifestyle, everything all. Yeah, but yeah, we are playing an amateur football, whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
So because we play amateur football, which means we know they go to the regulations, we govern football, how we for one football. Doping or taking an substance for and help you for let you able get the kind energy it is against fair play. That alone it disqualify you. Now a crime with FIFA be against. For help you to wait till they try for say yes, we can use a player as a case study. For us say this particular player we don't go through this, but they let you look in lifestyle, it don't change. No say the drugs now they take the help now. Now maybe they tell we so go to a call where they encourage LT alternative. And the LT alternative and they call it where they foster the culture for promote natural performance enhancement through training and nutrition and what we call recovery. Even you food where you dey eat, not just go take drugs because you want to take drugs. Even you food where you dey eat alone as a sportsman, as an athlete, they tell on you build up. I follow Cristiano Ronaldo, who today is 40, but he's playing strong football.
Yeah.
He even get power and pass most of the players. Them. Cristiano Ronaldo, the breast of a chicken, they eat anything in oil. And chicken are boiled, they boil them. Yeah, so they eat food. Then, they drink anything when like soft drink where now the minerals there are, now water. If you watch at in food in lifestyle, go make you keep you long than feel. So looking at drugs, the media get a role for play. The media can use the sports. Say, let we use sports for eradicate this.
Yeah.
Because we can say, say no to drugs. I dey see the organizer, most of them football. Say no to, or let's use the stigma of drugs through football. Kick them out from football. Let's kick
drugs out.
Drugs out
I
of
think that
football.
campaign we don't start 3 years
Yes, 3 years back,
2000,
exactly.
2001,
But the
2002 season,
the unfortunate thing are the consistency.
They can kick polio out.
Exactly, fine. The consistency of those things, but it play a great role with the authorities, the National Sport Authority, the Ministry of Sport, and the different sporting association bodies, like the Sierra Leone Athletics Association, the Sierra Leone Football Association, whatever discipline, they say for come and collaborate. Because to having this collaboration, we can able user. All is not lost for some of our athletes where drugs will take away from sports. We get fine athletes, whether it be footballer, you be an athletes with the way they run, other discipline there, we get them today. Because Sierra Leone, one thing we good for we Sierra Leone to be, we get the raw talents them.
Okay.
Just take them to the street and see we will identify, so we can use sport for eradicate drugs.
It's a deliberate bring policy because one forget a lot of knowledge with time. We get a lot of players we don't work with. So we're gonna be joined by a whistleblower. We done the fight the cause of kush and drug, not just drug and kush by the way, but also for stop violence in sports or any part of the country. We're gonna be joined by Abubakar Sila, Ivorian Silas for popularity. Good morning and welcome to Epic Sports.
Yeah, good morning, Toby, and good morning to all you studio guests, Pali, a fine gentleman that I one of your admirer. So, Pali, one of your admirer. Well done, keep on, let's fight this fight, let's fight this cause. One day, we will succeed. So, to the rest of the viewers all over the country, all over the world, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, respectively.
So,
thanks for having me in your show, Toby.
Yes. So we they get this discussion about if we able for use sport. Una don't try for use football in passing una message, and una don't support other sports in discipline. But let me just go back. I go few years back, few days back, I go through your status when you they mention about your physicality during the playing days without no drug, without no this, without no that. But that is not reflecting now into a young generation of players, particularly football. This discussion definitely will be limited mostly around football. What do you think have been the major problem would affect with the effective productivity of we athletes? We don't already allegedly the number of the increase of athletes or players when they're into drug addiction.
To be go straight to the point. First of all, I think I want for go straight forward. I want for believe then for believe on their natural ability. As I mentioned in the video, at least we talk about. Believe on your natural ability, your talent, work hard, go to the gym. If possible, if needed to be, do some extra session. I mentioned that where I do some commercial for Hopefully we just begin. So I will continue to advise them to stay not to drugs. Stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself behind Ramadan. You are making this drug dealer rich. You are making them rich. You need to help Una stop. The football again. Una stop taking drugs. It's not good. Maybe they talk to Toby and Pali. To be quite honest with you now. Just a perfect example. Maybe for some reason, me and Bobo Barry, we are the chosen one. But if I go back to myself, I want to say, perhaps it's the work of Allah to choose me to do this. And one thing, we don't rely on any profits except we pockets. So everything we do comes from our pockets. But we don't mind. At the end of the day, we give back to society. Yeah. And one amazing, right? To be quite honest, the more I am spending, the more Allah is providing. So if anybody can come in, support us financially, that's fine, but we are not going after anybody. We are doing it because we get the passion. So once again, I want to continue for appeal to these players, those athletes, whether you are a basketball player, football player. I don't say we campaign based around football, but the reason being, because football, at least we all know, it's the number one sport in the world. I stand to be correct though if I'm wrong. So when we contribute to this Sierra Leone, we don't have football at the number one sport. So you could be an athlete, a footballer, cricketer, whatsoever, no fool yourself behind Ramadan. Let nobody not convince you. One thing where some of we worry for them. So they look at me, Pali. I don't pass 50, trust me, but I still a play. I want for assume or perhaps believe say if they not stop, I not think if and I pray if some of them reach the age where they so they might not able. Maybe it be failure, loss, failure, whatever. I mean medical effect. Those drugs might affect them in the future. So now make we continue for preaching to them. Stop taking drugs.
Yes, Ivorian, let me come to the responsibility of the clubs. Which role or what role can the clubs play? Because if you want to sign a player, for example, you just get the player, unveil the player, you don't know the medical status of the player, you don't know what the player, if it gets any health implications. Don't you think the clubs also are part of the responsibility of allowing players to go into draw? Because if you test your player, you get a medical, work with an hospital, get a partnership, get a partnership agreement with any of the hospitals and say, whenever we sign a player, we want this player for just come and go through medical checkups for let we know A, B, and C. Do you think that also can be a way in helping for eradicate drug abuse through sport? Because if you use a player to go to hospital, it's through sport. Do you think the clubs get some responsibility for on up to in this fight? Hello?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I get you. Yes, you get it clear, no?
Yes. I say I'm gonna get for which side. You don't fortunate you along the line. Well.
All right. Okay. So go ahead.
I'm for which side. Yes. The last few moments, then we will listen this. After the program, I'm ready.
Alright, sorry, we'll try to call you back. With a little bit struggle with network, but they try for call you back. Let's see, because this is somebody we want to be part of this conversation. And after we'll talk to Ivory and we'll go for a break. And when we come, we'll talk to Dondem. From Dondem, we'll come to Pali because we want to know if the Sierra Leone Football Association.
Hope that some of these clubs are listening to this program, or perhaps maybe they are representative or whatever, and then they listen to this program. I want to beg them, let them begin implement this system whereby whenever, just like I said to me, because that's a very, very good point. That's a solid point, a very important point, right? Whenever they sign player, let drug testing be part of the protocol. Because at the end of the day, now we let's say carry children at home, right?
Yeah.
If home not sell you, street not buy you, right? Mm-hmm. Let them start that example, or let that be part and parcel of their, their signing of players or what. I make sure it to be. I think consideration is very, very cheap at the European markets or outside world. It's very cheap. Get those equipment, get a lab, or you follow also you test it there. And not only that, I want to plead to them from now on, let them have that system whereby they check the players and welfare. And when I say welfare, drug to be precise. It's quite simple, very easy. But I hope and pray the individual themselves, some of the effort, we don't go tired to be. We don't need these 3 years now. And we don't go tired to be. Like I say, I start just an example to be. I play area football. I play street league. I play, all this. I play Ginger Hall, Mabela, St. Thomas. Now, pure no man play because I go Liberia. And Liberia, I go there, I go up there, I play Division 2. Sorry, Division 3, Division 4, Division 3. And I can't free from, I play Division 2. Nepal over the audience. So I know all about football. Back in them days, when we go, right, when man begin time, when man begin take and say, I can play football. We go gym, we go jog on the beach, we reach beach, we play in the Sansan. I remember St. Joseph Smith of blessed memory, may still rest in peace. These are one of the people that we, at least, I believe, say, helped some of the footballers of the 90s. Yes, because regardless whose team you play for, whether the Lions, Blackpool, Republicans, Edwards, Fitchfield, Sunday, most of they look forward for go beat for go have fun. But that fun, right? You know, beat football. At least they give extra energy. These are some of the things we rely on. Back in them days, there is nothing like Kush. There is nothing like Ramadan. You know, so I just hope and pray. I will come. I know I'm taking a time. I will come to the perhaps maybe the next question. I will come to the violent side of it. But
yes,
continue the
that is exactly which we end with now. I want to get a key message because community football is all over right now, and on a message don't they preach about non-violence and for abstain from drug, turning back against drug. Let me just ask this final question. What will be your message now? Looking at the fact, say, community league can entertain a lot of violence. What will be your message? Potafa is on. Kofa is on, Atuga is on, Approved School is on, so many leagues, Casablanca, Carlton, all over on a message they say no to drug and violence. But what will be your message to all of these league organizers?
To these league organizers, with no hard feeling, no disrespect, I want for please, on behalf of Barrier Foundation and myself, I want for plea to them, then league your own at the organizer. Toby is so fantastic. So tell you, I can say, oh my God. You know. So my message to them, please. I'm not saying I'll say B, but please, the message to them, fine when I continue this exercise, this area league and stuff. But please, let the main motive, the main purpose, not be financial gain, rather than helping the youths. I make most of them league the day when they reach out to it, they give it support. We are not rich, but we are trying. You know, so my message to them, please let the focus, let the motive not be money making out of this area league, rather than help some of these teenagers to stay away from drugs, come out of the drugs.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Toby.
It's a pleasure for talk to you. The program is Ivorian Silas, somebody we do a lot more around in fighting drug. Before come to Pali, quick one. Okay. Before come to Pali. We definitely did try for let we get Don Dem again in the program. From Don Dem, then we will allow Pali to make some very good statement. Then we come to we colleague in the studio. So don't get Don Dem. Yes, Don Dem. Good morning. Hello, Don Dem. Good morning.
Good morning, Pa Ali at the studio.
Yes. So Don Dem, this is a cause where they talk about. The role with sports people for play for eradicate coach. Sports don't tap war on our countries. Sports don't tap other bad things them. But sports enable for eradicate drug hits in with space. Which role if you say sports people for play for eradicate drug?
Yeah, to be honest, you know, sport gets a great role for play to eradicate drugs na the sports sector. So let me talk about football in general. Football gets a greater role for play for eradicate drugs in the country, even to those that are drugs addicts in the country, especially people that way they into sports. For example, as my friend at the studio, Pa Ali, they talk, say the federation therefore do a lot for bring testing for those taking drugs and all those things. Yeah, right. But also we, the club owners, them, like the country, get a great role for play also. One, like we brother Ivorian Silas, always they impose say no to drugs. Even the team they play with in Jazzy way for say no to drugs. And I believe say we, the club owners, them, we know a lot of we players them, we they into tramadol and other drugs them, whether they take for enhance themselves for play better football. I feel say if we start for call those people publicly and say yes, we the club owners then say no to drugs, I believe say to be honest we will able to fight a lot for eradicate drugs in sports in the country.
A lot of people that don't put pressure on community football say this community football then say are we of player them will they take drug. You said don't get some of this allegation.
Yes, of course, yes. To be honest enough, even we in St. Thomas, where we the organized league, which we start up for, all people the way we know say that they sell drugs like Kush or Tramadol, we need to encourage them, let them even get a boot now they feel they for let them go get chance for sell drugs to those players. I believe say this community league where they play, when you think of like Port Harcourt, and they see a lot of boots them, then they sell drugs because I can go watch game day. And also Parade, most of them feel there, so you see them get boots, special boots inside and they sell drugs. I believe say we get for stop that and try for eradicate all those sellers from around the sporting curriculum, so that we go able for reduce at least a greater percentage of drugs.
Let me talk about the participation of the FA. How the FA is capable for do all of this, because if we put pressure on the players with the take it has to do with how they know they watch the players, how the clubs them know they present themselves to the players. Do you think, because during our playing days when I get some strict restrictions in the clubs they want to play for, do you think the clubs themselves don't own up to their responsibility, not to just forget player, come training, play game, after that you don't know anything about the player, where Montstone you pay him his salary? Do you think the clubs them also don't be negligent in terms of fighting this cause?
Yeah, of course, yes, to be Nanik as with the club owners them, sometimes we highly responsible for encourage them players they also for take drugs. I tell you for free, to be most of the club owners them, they know the players them where they into drugs addict. I believe say if we start for denounce those players them for say yes, no, if you get into this, I need to encourage you for play for the team and all this stuff, and the federation also, like we say, to be if in a one test still we get for, let me say we get 20 teams, let me say 10 testers them, we get for any time we club they play, we distribute them all over and see. After time where they suspect a player for the play extraordinary, they go test them for proof say yes, it take drugs, and then suspend them, and all the players go get the fear for say no, let me stop this thing because you know get no help. If look at me age presently, to be if I play veteran people and they admire me. Why? Because I'm not been doing to drugs. Despite all the injuries they were get, we are able. Sometimes I can admire myself more than these boys, even when they play among them. You they see say no, this they play premier, me na all power, but to be honest, you know, the energy is more greater than him. Why? Because we reserve ourselves, we not into too much drugs. I believe say if we the club owners then we no play away into drugs. We announce it publicly, even at the team, we start for provoke those people, and even let the federation impose say kick out drugs. It in any football Premier League team vest if or they say no to drugs. Let we support Ivory and Silas because this thing where it do so you know they go for benefit for himself or Bobo Barry. They do them for let them save lives in the country. These youths are our future for represent the Leo Star tomorrow. So if we not help even as well as Silas Bobo Barry for let we support them, for let them promote this say no to drugs, I'm sorry to be honest, we get forget the generation where EBC just like paper they say Leo Star they play only 70 minutes, all man don't tire. And later we will just get forget a first staff players, we get for represent the national team.
I think a pleasure to talk to you. We will definitely bring you when the Nida guys forget your new program.
Okay, thank you very much, Toby. Thank you, Epic Listeners.
That is a very strong message. I can straight to Pali. We would decide to spend some time in this conversation. Pali, you make some very salient points. I'll come to Bridges for Tewi, the opening ceremony more in respect of which you think for be the responsibility of a player. Now you don't get from two people and we play the game. One play for the national team, one unfortunately not play for the national team. Which you make up of the statement and which you want for add to that?
Okay.
The two people, Don Demen, Ivory and Silas, which you make up of the statement and which you also want for add just to wait in and say?
I think they are still talking similar thing about behavior. But at the habit, you see, they get a topic in economics where they call habit formation. Whether they in the behavioral economics where they talk about the specific way how people then they do things where they don't become addicted to them. Then can stick to one choice despite they get better alternative. this habit of smoking. Somebody don't be economists say here economists you go take an habit formation. It don't in the person, it don't stick to them. For let left eye not go easy. Same thing them player there, these drugs here. The way everybody they take tramadol in this country. Whether it be footballer or not be footballer. So most of them don't take it now as part of them as a daily substance, which is very bad. So if they begin to do that rapid routine in sport, be football more low can they? What do they play? Because we football now the only discipline will get a league where they play. Most of the other discipline then I wouldn't say they get competition or go train, do trials for go. But football now get a league system where they play now they then play, they identify you for going to the national team. But like where the new coach now Mamek Alon, most of his selection they go to home based players. Like this list, so 50% of them are home based, 50 are foreign based, because 26 way he call 13 are foreign based, 13 are home based. So their home based they play regularly, they see them. And instead to run them play is for the sea. But are they giving all their natural efforts into the game? So that's why we need to get the anti-doping. Why we get the National Olympic Committee through the IOC, are the biggest sporting body. FIFA they under IOC. Now make Olympic game, they get football because FIFA is under IOC. IOC are the biggest body, International Olympic Committee. So they get a sub for Africa, whether the National Olympic Committee for Sierra Leone. Under they get the word that anti-doping. They get under there. So why the Football Association through the Ministry of Sport and the NSA not go able firm way? If it not be everyday safe, but mostly if a week we do player tests randomly, or una go they watch this player he get paid, so why they want so? We not be no identifying it for so. It happen in Europe. As I get example to the under 20 Nations Cup where we go play so where we play in Egypt. They take 30 players, they go take the number. Some people say and bad, I don't know about that. Stick in them. So some people that you don't say this is not my choice. I don't like them. I like you get better alternative. You know they left them. For example, what they take push. You they see say we person take care, they damage you, they pull so food, you send they get a bad smell, you know they get a very good smell among people them. But not then choice. It all people despite there's a better alternative, you talk to them, say it don't addicted in them. So it means a lot of things for take off those laws. So that's why we are calling the authorities them not use the anti-doping policies, international best practice and standard for make sure so we help. We're not going to eradicate. I see the word eradication is a very tough time because we say it eradicates. I want to get it's not go easy. As I say, so it's going to be as an habit formation. So now try for minimize them.
Okay.
Not minimize drugs, but there we athletes there, there we sportsmen there. If we able minimize them for eradicate anything or stick. Na society, you know, easy eradication, you know, easy. So let's try for minimize them.
We can't take some calls, but I come to English. Why not bring you in this conversation? But when I say get a role for play in this conversation in preaching because of the one them where they can play on a league. Tell me more about the opening ceremony and how many teams on they start with and what will be the get proceeds and outside this tournament get for play.
Well, of course, I think the opening ceremony in the start on Saturday the 6th. Now Casablanca playing field. Giants of God Rich go up against the Aberdeen community as a whole. We're at 10 Lions, could be the Handscans fee. And the second fixture, let me just draw your attention, will be New Markets. We go play Susu Football Club. After the opening ceremony, we're at 10 Lions. We continue the same price for the Handscans. We go be 10 Lions. At the normal basis of every day of March.
How many teams they play this competition?
20 communities. 20 communities don't already been registered for play this competition.
What are the cost for registration?
Now 2,000 millions, and every team they go on the normal process. And let me just bring you back for the opening ceremony. Something very much important we don't put in place. We doing the terms of the security sectors. We don't even call the attention of the Sierra Leone police. We don't get a letter to the local partnership board because security is very important in football. Then we don't structure that side. We don't even now Casablanca, we don't structure the field. We don't care for put benches all around. We sometimes spectators can get a difficult when they don't pay the money
for sit-down watch game.
For sit-down. Now the process done and we try for make them become comfortable. Then coming back to the referee side, we don't try to put something very much clearly because these are some things that we fans, stakeholders can get and difficulties on. We the referee, we the organizers them, we don't write to the referee board. We in a very independent sectors, then get to invite a role for play. We as the organizers, we not get no hands to referee. Game go play till they don't even know the referee they can ref. Then get for send representative, then get for send the referee. We go down the field and do preparation, then the referee can ref. So then we don't put everything in place. that is shows it's like we want to see the first edition one when Maccabi Foundation become more successful. So now that's what them things that they would expect for put in place now.
We will talk more about that, but I'll just go straight and start for pick some calls in the program now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, General Toby.
Yes, concerned citizen. Good morning.
God bless.
Yes.
Talking about this and say no to drugs by Ivorian and Silas and Bobo Bayi. Just like all the talk, FA will club them for replicate waiting they happen na the international scene. Me, I go blame the club then. And it's high time the FA try for put things in place for levy fines on the club then. Because the club then are the indicator for them players. Some of the knows the community where the player then belongs. They know the lifestyle of the player then. So if they begin nip from that body, from the club them, levy fines on the club then go know the player they will indicator for, because some of the waiting they know them can just overlook use them. Where that is cheating for making the use. Because most of the youth now, they use tramadol. Most of them in terms of drugs. So, for making up 12 league football, make we get a smooth everything football. We know tell on where at the end of the day, sometimes we go international, then go do random tests, then catch one or two players. They make we nip at the board now for control the clubs then. If we able them, because forget them, but even this community, like where Maccabi one start to, make them do so most of the club there where they can and license for to take part from Maccabi, make them try for they do the random test here for taking no to drugs. Seriously concerned to me. Make I use this opportunity for extending happy belated birthday to Reginald Briano.
Pass it, the birthday is on the 6th.
On the 6th, okay. Yes. In advance.
Yes.
I think me go there 4 days after him.
Okay.
But I wish him in advance.
All right.
Happy birthday, Brian. Thank you.
More calls on 079. We'll take like a few more calls and wrap up the program this morning. It's a conversation. We will not just go left behind. We will start to bring more.
Okay.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Daniel from Gordon.
Yes, Daniel. Go ahead and make your point.
I think for some drugs, these football activities and other things, and the government get hands over that, to be honest with you. So my government to press release over Koko Samba. One press release and Koko Samba dollars. So the wireless tramadol stuff at this point here. I'm sure for one press release don't do for that stuff. The government not put on the matter what. Everybody know where this stuff. Trust me. Let the government put on this. That's the main solution in what they do. The government not put on the we go stuff all kind of way, but you know where this stuff.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
We'll take a few calls. 079-994-993, 079-994-993 this morning. Let me pick this call. Yes, the man from Central.
God bless you, Chobi. I will look on the line, Central Media One.
Yes.
May God bless me, brother. Pali to Charlie. Blessing to you, brother. I respect you so much, at the media. And Chobi, this drug business inside sports, I believe say this sensitization where Bobo Bali alongside Ivorian and Silas. Then two people and they are so proud of them, Sierra Leone and they, because what they do for sport in this country. They stand strong for advocate against drug and violence in sports, which is very, very good. They don't see who believe say the players them and the club them then get for all tight for for police drug business in sports. They don't see who believe say the clubs them one. Now them get for stand strong in terms of them players them for make them not they take the substances the way then they take. So they all there into sports. If they take any substance, one submit teammates no. You coach have not for no. But now the bobo then they do then simulate them, and then coaches them, people, and they see them, they take them in, and they know me that in sports. They know me ever happen because club they know me they tolerate them players them, but then see them. You don't see. So would they beg the players them? Would they beg all players pull hand for this? Put hand for training. We wait 2 minutes a day. Now self training. Evening time go on. Now morning go on. Keep fit always. Look we right now, Toby. Look we. Now they challenge them about them presently right now. Then put you for one. Then I the time. Me I know the time. Trust bro. I get players they want to train. I get about them why they encourage. I see say they get talent in the game. I advise them. I put them into physical training. Bobo, where they go? Follow me. Now more they go on. You don't see. I don't see them do left. Put yourself always. Exhaust yourself. Blah. Try for exhaust yourself. Exhaust yourself na next. If it can go on. Sleep quick. Wake in the morning.
All right, that is the man from Central. We'll take like 3 more calls and we bring this program to an end. We might definitely think for bringing a lot of this discussion for play with your own part in sensitizing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Toby.
Yes.
I want to give my own input on this drugs topic.
Okay.
The first and foremost, I want to talk personally about myself. Would I know this name, Abdul Kanasiu Ebenosi, me one of the best sprinters in the 80s school level. I was one of the best sprinters in school. Suppose forget one intersect one here. At 20, I overtrain, I get muscle split, my leg chair. No time I do, then take me go to one doctor, Dr. Patikana, then go dead in my foot. 2 days to the intersect, then dead in the foot. I go run the intersect. I excel well. The fact that I set record for long jump. After the sport, to be work and sleep. For Kandong me pay the next day. I'm not able. My foot is damaged. They had to carry me go for X-ray, so do another type of things. Now, talk about the players then. I tell you 2 or 3 years back. We don't Canada this year, I don't begin call names them about players they depend Tramadol and Kush. If they record, una could check on a system, una gonna say Kanasiu, we don't talk my radio, see. I call players their names, see that they Kush then the Tramadol. This football business good depend, this drug good depend football, Pali. The FA, me, if he left to me, it's better late than never. It's good Pali is Pia, it's good Pali. Is one of the spokesperson now for this present executive. Now we make recommendations. And these recommendations we want for make and let them look into it. Now we not rush for start this league October. Now we make sure see them test all registered players who they go na Premier League this year. Dr. Patrick Coker na certified anti-doping doctor for IOC. Now we go to Dr. Patrick Coker Eduam. And there was another doctor who will be the circular road. Who teams them be the go post authority, FC Kalonwania who want go play for continental competition. And they will go do them test then they. Now we make sure till we test all them players there. So now start from a point. This particular league, now start with anti-doping test. Then we go see the way for Bokupa mobile, then they take Tramadol, then they take Kush, then they take anabolic, then they take many drugs them. But we cannot call names now. Let them go test them. For the clubs, them testing for drugs, not so small money. Not so small money, now big money. Some clubs then they don't able to pay their players. How can they go and test players? Let the association do them. They make that sacrifice day for do this anti-doping test. If not, we go play. We players they all go halaki. Not that bad, but halaki, halaki and drugs within the next 2-3 years.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
One more call in. We say goodbye to the program this morning. This is something we might be bringing. Let just play a role. Let me just be part of this and let's see what we can get. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is not Pele from first.
Yes.
Me what do you want to say? You see we Africa or especially Sierra Leone, we mentality now not good in all aspects, but especially football. Because we get players are very good. Let's have it play the ball. Let's have it do anything with the ball. But we not get the player there where they don't showcase we they don't pull say yes we back up proud we don't win something there, or at least we don't go that stage or that time where they recognize a salon yes. Because when they start to play ball, as two people that don't say, hey, this is how you play ball, oh, this is good, oh, this finally they don't begin blow. Don't relax. You see, I say anytime when you go, any team when you want people do you do one. Because waiting, anytime when you reach there, they put her inside the field. Now for me, the mentality.
All right.
Then as that mentality, then they make them they use the drug. Because they say and say nobody need a caution there because of they beat the ball.
All right, well, we'll take more calls again. Let's just come quickly to Pali. Pali, which will be your final words now? And do you think these are recommendations where the Sierra Leone Football Association for taking into consideration, say, this should also be part of the league structure in starting the league, and say, okay, we are providing this, like we Tradem when they get that COVID, when they ask every Sierra Leonean for be vaccinated or forget a COVID card for enter into certain offices or certain areas. Do you think the Sierra Leone Football Association could be of help in facilitating, say, okay, let all the clubs by turn, 2 clubs a day, in testing their players before the commencement of the league?
Yes, you see, this not to something like for say na favor now, which is a criteria, international best practice and standard. All sportsmen and women, all athletes must be tested before taking any part. Not because they want to go international, when they go do testing on them, this, that. That make it like a big and disgrace come to the country when they allow what we for do, other party they go do and for we outside Sierra Leone. One caller they talk say like let me ban Coco Samba. You cannot ban tramadol. Tramadol is a precise and the coming to medical doctor, but nothing we accepted for the only thing for get a prescription for taker. So you cannot ban drugs where they part of the approved and satisfied drugs from the medical whatever. The only thing if we get a prescription for take them before they sell and give. I mean if I say police they arrest people they sell them undercover will not get yes. So you don't need for continue, but you self as a player as an athlete for stop them. The football association gets role for play. This time somebody and just come up with this. That's where there'll be an old age problem. Like I cannot see what they say. They cannot just come and say no, we no go stop. We go stop the league or wait. No, the league get a tentative. They say I don't need to forget a league calendar when I am this new administration don't put in place. Testing on drugs, as I say, the one already before King Duham, they don't take the lead. Bobo Barry and this Ivory are not so we talk from England. So let them now make an official right up the National Sports Authority when the European government and the Ministry of Sport copy the Sierra Leone Football Association saying that this would not say made them back because if you then fail for take up the responsibility, will not hold them now to the tax. But also this new administration of the Football Association headed by Babadi Kamara and the executive, a lot of reform go happen at the Football Association. Not just wait as they always talk. The transition committee don't do a summary of the report they don't done. Therefore, not present on this report. Also, they plan this Leon Star game. They prepare. The team will left yesterday. Some man they left today. The game will play Thursday. From there, we'll go Liberia. They play Tuesday. So after all those 2 international matches, they will present and call a press conference. Then the executive committee will come now and begin do a reform. All these things here we have to be looked at because you need to take drugs. They show say you know to fear play. You know to fear play. Me they play with me natural energy, me natural strength. You go take drugs enhancing. You know how they damage players, how they ban you for that. I mean, when they not to suspension, ban they ban because there's a difference between suspension and ban. Okay. They ban you, Bembe. Say
like we now we want for come start time. If it's a punishment for hard, or do you think? For now we are bringing this, and no, we're not for bell listing. This time must wait for B, but we know about start time. Now we want for let this start. Do you think if for be on a compromise base, even for pull out, I'm not supporting who pull out the name of players who found wanting if this cause comes to effect. But again, sidelining these players and look at the mental and look at the health before allowing them for involved into full games.
No, there's nothing like bio because you get a whole body where IOC they spend great money on when I branch under the International Olympic Committee, when are the World Anti-Doping Agency they call WADA. what are they for any drugs enhancing, but they are the agency they regulate.
Right, okay.
So because of that, that will make sure say we go through the National Olympic Committee, whether it's a satisfied medical somebody, I think Dr. Patty Coker, when they're in the satisfied, they get the office, get everything, maybe they work with them to the National Olympic Committee and the SLF even for football or the Ministry of Sport, because they're in charge of all sport and the NSA. Make sure say we do a regulation towards them. When we find player wanting, yes, we go start with a minimum suspension. Say we go suspending for the first 2 games of the league, you suspend for 3 matches or suspend for 1 week. That way then this was let's start with a suspension. Going for that ban go come in. You cannot start one take.
Yes, not exactly.
Yeah, because eradicate, as I say, now when you remove something or you eliminate something, not easy for eradicate anything will be an agent something as society. Today, people will not take this tramadol as we possibly drink water, we toss go drink quick. So it'll be part of them, na habit formation, it'll become addicted, we go do and gradually. One say thanks to Bobo Barry, we don't make a lot because they say anybody, they say if the Kofa League bar, we wear that and trainer, no to drugs bar, there is a incentive.
500 Leon.
500, okay, well, very good.
We warm up with the jazz, we warm up with the polo.
Because our way down there for fight against the eradication of drugs, sensitization, education, using as a resources, put money, they do and so in fight. But this is a long topic. We'll get more way of discussion. Thank you.
We go bring more. Yes. So Bridges, you final words and let's say goodbye.
Yes, of course. I think the final words are just like courage to all the community teams, the 20 teams. We go partake na Casablanca and the opening ceremony on Saturday the 6th. We Giants of God reach the play Aberdeen community. Every community just gets at sure say we don't put mechanism in place. Terms of referee, terms of security purpose, and also side for calm, sit down and relax, comfortable. We just encourage everybody say the price at 10 leons will be entrance, and after the opening ceremony, we go continue the same fees we at 10 leons. Want to say thanks to all listeners.
That's what they bring the show to an end. I appreciate the company of my 2 guests them, we online guests them as well we'll talk to, and DJ Bish will give all the technical support. Abubakar Bendo we stream we ensure see watch we live on our Facebook page. We will bring to you the rest of the remaining of the show, and we will make the program come to you this Tuesday. My name is Mohammed Tubikagbo. Thanks for listening and goodbye.